And welcome back. I am Bedroom Commentator and we're playing Home, the indie horror game. In the last episode we just headed up into Norman's attic and we found more of my wife's stuff. And my opinion of the situation has fluctuated quite strangely. One minute he's guilty, next minute he's not, next minute he is again, and then it's Norman, and now it's him again. You know, I don't know. I guess it was just Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings and 2 cups still in the wood. Well, now you're just bitching at his, his home safety. I mean, this is his house. He don't clean all the time. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yes, you did. I found a hairpin amongst the rotten food and trash and pocketed it. Oh, and I just wanted to know what was in the bin. You didn't have... Well, I kept the hairpin. I might be able to pick... the lock downstairs! Oh, yes, of course. Let's head there now. The lock downstairs, if we remember. I was terrified that Norman was gone for a second there. Yeah, the lock. It was bloody, but we couldn't do anything with it. Here we are. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin had snapped in half, so I threw it away. Reasonable enough. I probably would have done the same thing. The general store was small. Now remember, I still have the knife. It was clean. Unless did I put it down? I don't know. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Well, some friend you are. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. Ah, so Rachel would have seen Norman a lot. Maybe they started to hit stuff off behind my back. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat behind it. Travel magazines? Were they planning on running away together? Did I find out that they were going to run away together, break into Norman's house, fight him, at which point I probably injured my leg, unless that came later, took one of his guns, shot him, and that's probably why my guy doesn't like guns. The cop came after me, I killed the cop. That would explain why certain things were there. You know, I believe this guy kind of went on a murderous rampage. And then maybe the women we buried, maybe one of them was Rachel. I don't know, it's a little bit creepy. I don't like it. The icebox seems to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. Half melted, eh? So it was kind of recent it was unplugged then, because things don't take that long to melt. There were various postcards from the area, especially from tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape now. The water tower? What significance does the water tower have? Oh wait, apart from, he says you can be seen entering the sewers from up to the water tower, and there was damage up there. It's very likely that someone spotted this guy. If we are accusing him of being the murderer, it's very likely that someone spotted him and he went up and killed them too. Maybe it was one of those, he killed someone and he had to kill someone else and then killed someone else. It just killed and killed. I don't know, it's very creepy. I've got this horrible feeling that someone's been following me and watching me. I've been hearing things in my ears. I don't think I'm alone. It had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, and finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. Good thing we did. It looked like someone had taken that piece from his store, but why was it in those tunnels? As I stepped outside, I recalled that dusty old box of clothes in Norman's attic. I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. Oh, the title of the game. Maybe home is some important. So, should I not have gone into the attic? Now remember, I didn't drop down that hole. So there is some part of the story we're missing. This could change my entire opinion had I have found out what it was. Maybe it was another dead guy, I don't know, or a weapon. Maybe it was the weapon used to kill the police officer. If you remember, it looked like he'd been bludgeoned. But we have a stabby weapon, someone was stabbed. We have a gun, Norman was shot. We have a dead cop that had blood coming from his face, but nothing that would have hurt him. Maybe if we dropped down in the hole, we would have found a like a hammer or something that we hit the cop with. And that would indicate that we killed the cop, then headed to the factory, not the other way around. And that would actually change a lot of stuff, since Norman's house is before the factory, and my house is before Norman's, but I was in the factory. So that would kind of indicate that we did it, if there was a weapon there. Anyway, it was time to find out the truth. I keep monologuing my thoughts. That's fine. 3 doors. 4 doors. We got 4 doors. Okay. Which door do we head into? Let's head into this furthest door. I had the wrong gate, this one was locked. Oh, I guess the other gates wouldn't have opened in the first place then. Okay, let's continue onwards. The gate was locked tight, this wasn't my house. The neighbourhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it in all the way. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes, you did. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. The letter read, Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you. So they was having an affair. Ah, he must have found this letter and went and gone to get Norman. Maybe this is the sort of thing that changes the ending of the game. Okay, so I'm piecing together that I'm guilty. Norman had an affair with my wife, and I probably got mad and hurt people. What happens if I never found this letter, examined Norman, found my wife's stuff in his, like, house? Would that change the ending? Like, okay, say if I'm right and the ending is what I'm saying, maybe it would change if I didn't examine this stuff and it turns out that someone was trying to kill me. Or like Norman was trying to kill me, or someone was trying to kill me and Norman, or me and Norman teamed up and killed someone else and we're trying to cover it up, and my wife find out. Who knew? Oh, but I can't remember what it said before that, so both. I'm going away for a while, I'm going to tell him, Norman. So don't you think you can hold that against me? Did Norman stop her then? That's possible. Norman could have tried to stop her from telling him. Maybe he killed her. I'm going to tell him and get past this. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not even sure if I want to. But he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Maybe Norman tried to silence her then. Ah. Let's try and go through this gate. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. Okay. If you don't remember which... Blood. Well, of course, the final gate, the one with blood next to it, is my gate. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Hey, wait, listen. Do you recognize that? That's Minecraft grass! No, listen! Oh wow, Minecraft grass. What the? Blood? Okay, Minecraft grass doesn't have blood. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Blood. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing. Ragged and strained. I flicked on the light switch by the door. The power was off. Of course it was. The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. Okay. It's like we're coming close to the end. We have an upstairs... Oh, what is this? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel pick this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill here. Did I open it? Yes. I ripped open the bill and opened and read it. To my surprise, it said something about cancelling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? What the... How dare they cancel my credit card? How am I supposed to buy things now? The door to the basement. It was locked. Where did I put that damned key? Door to the basement? Why would you lock that? Unless you had kids. I didn't want the kids getting down. Door to our right. A third floor. What a swanky guy. I have a feeling I'm not alone in this house. What's this? An old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me. It reminded me of the better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable, but did I keep it anyway? Yes, I did. I placed the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had... Oh! Wait a minute, I just swapped the photo. Now, what was the first photo of? Oh, it's been a while. I mean, I've only done one session of this, but what was the photo of? Was it Rachel's scratched out face? No, that was on the locker. It was... I forget. Didn't it say it was Rachel and Norman? Or something like that. I don't know. TV. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. Ah, so oh yeah, of course, it was abandoned. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. Okay, well, we're going to continue exploring his house in the next episode. We have a door to the right and the next floor. So, once again, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Home.